This weekend, our cousins invited us to a celebration of our 50th wedding anniversary, and Sue started to tell stories of the wedding. Enjoy, I added a few things.
It's happening because the numbers are there. Okay, now it's coming.
Okay, we wanted to do it right, okay? So we booked In on the Park. And for those of you who don't know In on the Park, it was quite luxurious. And they had just added a second tower. We also, being Jewish and Hindu and work people, first we were having the Indian ceremony done by Papa, by
We were
Mosaji.
married by Mossad.
And then we had a Jewish ceremony. We were having a Jewish ceremony. And then we were having a reception. We invited some people for like family for just the Indian. Then we invited a couple of people more for the Jewish. And we invited the work people for the reception. All of it at In on the Park. Okay, and we had invited, of course, my parents were coming up from the States. And my matron of honor was my best friend, Susie. And she was coming up from New Jersey as well. Well, a week before the wedding, she calls me and says, Sue, I don't know if we can make it. I go, what do you mean? Okay. And she says, well, Chuck's mother is dying. Okay.
That's
her
her
husband's. So, if she dies before Friday, we're okay. The ceremony will be on Friday, and then we can come up on Saturday for Saturday and Sunday. She goes, but if she dies on Friday or Saturday, the funeral is on Sunday. Oh my God. So at that point I said, I better ask my sister, okay, to come and be in the wedding, just in case. So to match, Sad also asked Raj Kumar, because his best friend, Cap, was coming too. She calls me Tuesday night and says, Sue, she died. And I go, oh good. She goes, but they revived her. So finally, Thursday, she goes, she died for real, the funeral's tomorrow. I'm coming, but Chuck really can't. Now Chuck is the real photographer on the side. So we sent out the word to everybody, bring your cameras, okay? So they're coming, the wedding was what, on Sunday?
I can't remember. You remember.
Friday, there was a hurricane in New Jersey.
Not the Caesar salad.
Okay.
No, this is regular.
So they couldn't leave on Friday. They left everybody who was coming up. His best man and the wife were coming from New Jersey. My parents were coming from New Jersey. My sister was coming from New Jersey. Susie was coming from New Jersey. Forget about Saturday being the time. We weren't able to have a rehearsal because everybody came on Saturday. I don't remember who ran around because Susie and my sister needed saris for the Indian wedding. So someone, I don't remember if it was Ashish or someone. No, he was too small.
We were like,
Yeah.
4.
So they ran around. You know who it was? It was Rajneesh and Sunita. Sunita found
Rajesh.
Rajesh and
Rajesh
Sunita.
Sunita were big roles in our
Wedding, yeah. So it's the morning of the wedding. They've gotten the saris for them, okay? And we were having the wedding in a suite. It was a very large living room, like maybe four times the size of our current living room, with a bedroom attached. Okay? We go up, go there, my parents are staying there. We check in, and guess what? And I had checked that everything was set up. I had called, make sure everything was set up. We get there. Oh, I'm sorry, we rented the room to somebody else. Okay? Now you have to realize too that we were doing it kind of do-it-yourself. We had our own bar, our own music. We had
As cheap as we could do.
okay. We had two. Everybody had a dress for the wedding and a sari. Okay. So finally, they say, okay, what we've got now is we've got 2 rooms attached. Okay. So you can go up there. We'll try and find a big room for the second ceremony. But 2 rooms, right? We all go up with all the stuff, the drinks, the key didn't work. No key. Okay. Now by this time you've got to realize the people for this first ceremony had arrived. Okay? They had arrived for the Indian ceremony. Sunita Rajesh. No, Rajesh wasn't there yet because he went to get the rabbi. But lots of the family
I'm glad you
was
said that, because
was all
another story.
there and no room. Everybody was waiting outside this room.
Sue, can you pause for a second?
Yes.
I mean, since we're doing the full version today, it's being recorded. A couple of months before the wedding, we were having a very difficult time finding a rabbi who would marry us. Because interracial, interfaith marriage at that time, we didn't have any rabbis who were willing to do that. There was one rabbi. His name was Feinberg, Rabbi Feinberg. He had gone to Hanoi at that time. Vietnam War was on. He'd gone to protest the war. He'd been to Hanoi. He says, yeah, I'll marry you guys. He was like 89 years old. So Sue said, found a rabbi, go see him, firm it up.
No, we both went.
Oh, we both went. And where's the rabbi? Mount Sinai Hospital. I said, move up the wedding date. Let's get married. I said, this guy ain't gonna last. We can't find a rabbi. Anyway, still remember going to the hospital, lying in a bed.
I can see it. I can see it.
my
He
God.
walked in and he was on the
This
right.
is the guy who's gonna marry us, he's lying in a hospital bed. So, we go through the hello. I'm silent, I'm waiting for him to, what does he want? And he looks at me and says, how much do you make? What? How much do you earn? What, Rabbi?
Sounds like an Indian.
Indian dad.
He says, I set the fee based on what people earn. Okay, so I had to tell him what I earned. He told me, okay, this will be your fee. So this is how we got the famous Rabbi Feinberg.
Yeah, but he did say, I don't do it myself, I give it to a
He
charity.
gives it to charity, the money is not for him. But even my father-in-law didn't ask how much. So you can continue with the,
Okay, back to the wedding.
how much you earn.
Finally, they got the keys. Okay, we go in,
The rupees or Canadian dollar?
we go in. I get all dressed and all, and we have the, what is it, copper pot or something with the fire.
We needed a pot. And some Havan ke liye. And someone said, remember, there's no money around, this is all being done. The only money was in on the park is big deal. Someone said, oh, the flower pot. Flowers came in this silver. We can use the flower pot. Get the flower pot, pour the oil in. Okay.
Okay, and the ceremony is
We're
going.
saying, Mausaji, we are ready.
Okay?
And Mausaji is calm.
Yeah, you know. No, okay. Okay.
And by the way, the vows were
Okay.
all modified by Mannu Bhai Susubabi.
Yeah.
So-
they took the Hindu vows, we did research what the Hindu vows are, and then they went to change them all.
So
Mausaji
then,
was, I have to, excuse me, I
I
have to, for
remember
the
that
first time
part.
tell the story.
They went and changed all the Hindu vows.
I was a bit nervous
That's it, modified vow.
about how, and we were in some family discussion, and Mausaji was there. And I was saying, Mausaji Sahab, family, Oi Mama, we have to find, can you sit back a little, honey? We have to find a Pandit. And Mausaji is listening, then he says, I can do the service. In the Hindu religion, anybody can marry anybody else. In fact, in the Hindu religion, two people can marry each other. It's called a Gandharva Vivah. So I said, I can marry you in the religion. Saji, would you? हाँ. कहते हैं बल्कि because it's you and Sue, forget the mumbo jumbo. We can change. You say what you want.
Forget the mumbo jumbo.
Okay?
Continue. I've never told
So
that story.
we're going through, you know, we've got the leis, I'm sure there's a fancy word, the flowers,
The har, the
And-
Jamalkin.
and
And this is all
we're going through the ceremony.
right?
We're going through the ceremony, and Susie is next to me. Sue, there's smoke. Sue, the fire alarm. And
Oh,
of
no.
course, the smoke.
What month was this? Winter or summer?
August.
August after
August.
the
Right on the
The pot.
side, right?
The pot
The
was
pot.
the pot was the cheapest thing the florists get. And they painted bronze so it looks nice. They put flowers in. We had used it for fire. Suddenly the whole pot's melting.
So
burning.
it's. Have you ever seen a bride with a black nose? You look at the pictures of our wedding, the Hindu wedding, and it's all gray. That's not the camera. That was the smoke. Okay, we finish this giant, you know, and of course Mosaji is calm,
Mosaji is
and Susie's there going. Sue, the sprinklers are going to go on. She is just the opposite of Mosaji. Sue. Ashok. Okay, so Sunita's brother goes out and gets mud from a flower vase and comes in and
You went running
But of course-
downstairs, brought mud to throw
yeah.
away.
Now, okay, we can continue the ceremony. There's so much smoke. So we call up the people and they say, yes, we have another room. But we were in one tower and the new room was in another tower. So picture us in our saris and everything else, black nose faces, carrying bridal gowns, wheeling the bar, wheeling the music. We all go out and we press
I know
the
what's
elevator button.
That is
Oh,
painful.
and we did say, make sure you put a sign up because
In the lobby.
in the lobby about the new place.
Because the guests
Because
are
we
coming.
already
You tell them where
changed.
we are. You change the room.
So we have to go down the stairs, across the lobby
Oh, no,
in
no,
this
wait,
getup.
Stop.
Oh,
we
oh.
get to the elevator. We
We
take the
press
elevator.
the button,
Tell the story.
the elevator opens, and there is a girl in her bikini.
There's a girl. And she's looking
And
at us.
in we go.
She was just coming from the pool, or
I don't know. She was going down. She's going like, and we go down. We cross the lobby. We go up, and we're in the new place. No rabbi. Okay. No
We're all there.
rabbi.
Everybody's
And this
waiting.
is before iPhone, so we could not call
Oh, yeah.
Rajesh to tell him where we are. So we're all washing our faces and getting into the bridal thing. And there's another room for the wedding. Okay, there were 2 rooms. And somehow
Rajesh got
Rajesh
lost.
figures out he's
He got
lost.
lost.
He got lost picking up the rabbi, and he surely got lost because they didn't change the sign.
He got lost finding the rabbi. He got lost in the. He didn't see the sign.
GPS that time, eh? No GPS.
Okay, so
Oh,
now
there's no GPS.
No GPS.
Did you want a ginger ale as well?
I had Diet Coke.
Okay, continue, Sue.
Yeah. Oh,
Should we
so
shut it
now.
Better for the video.
Should we
just
shut
to
it off for a while?
and then start it again.
No. Just run it.
No, let Anu take it. Because
Okay.
Anu,
No, I can do it. I can do it.
she would be.
You had a
Anu,
ginger ale too, correct?
Yeah, let
can you
her-
take it?
Yeah.
You had a ginger ale too, though, correct?
Nira, you'd get tired.
So now, the rabbi finally comes. Everybody's in their Jewish wedding
I'll wait for the
clothes.
olive oil.
oil and
Yeah, he's got.
Yeah, I'll bring another one out.
Everybody's in their Jewish wedding clothes.
Okay, can you speed it up a little?
I will try. It's almost near the end. We go in, they do the Jewish ceremony, and at the end of the Jewish ceremony, the best man wraps a glass and the groom steps on it, and it's to indicate the fragility. There are different interpretations, but
Jewish
one is
ceremony, service.
the
Virginity?
fragile nature of the marriage. Well, if you recall, there was no
Rehearsal.
so the groom, who's Indian, gets the glass, not the groom, sorry, the best man, Ashwani Kapila, wraps up the glass, puts it down, and he steps on it.
Rabbi goes, very calm.
What happened to the rehearsal? No
No rehearsal. The rabbi is very calm. He says, well, that's a new one.
So that's how the marriage
Now we have so now we have to find, everybody stops us, we have to find another glass. So we find the glass, everything. Now you've got to realize too, that for the Hindu ceremony, all the people who were Jewish had come to that one too. Then we had, by the time we did the Jewish ceremony, all the people who were just supposed to come to the reception had come. Everything was running very late. So now it's time for the reception. Well, everybody was very young. The Morsi and Mosaji's family were fairly little, and they were very hungry. So the food was arriving.
4 or 5, something like that.
So everybody was eating, and they were bringing in the food. Now understand, I had ordered a full range of vegetarian appetizers. And I, at this point, was not watching the food. It turns out that all the kids were so hungry, they went for the jelly on crackers. But guess what? It wasn't jelly, it was caviar. So when they found that out, guess what happened? They all threw up.
Oh no.
And a little while later, our wedding reception ended, never to be forgotten. And that is the story of our wedding.
I have a PS to the story. So here's the PS. All of this is over, and we are going to be that evening ready to head out for a honeymoon. I thought I should call the hotel and just make sure, because we were east of Kingston somewhere. So I called the hotel, and the guy said, yes sir, we are all set for you. Thank you for recommending us to your friends. Excuse me? Oh, your friends are coming too. Thank you for recommending us. My friends are coming. Oh yes, Mr. Richardson. Remember George Richardson?
They wouldn't remember.
This guy was a jokester. He was my very good friend. Him and another friend who's Sue's friend. These two decided, let's go book rooms at where they are staying and have fun.
And
The hotel, I frantically canceled anything I could find, and we ended up going for a honeymoon first night at some little cabin, hole in the wall in the Thousand Islands that I could get. But thank you for your friends who are all coming. And then the next day, I had borrowed a station wagon from one of my colleagues, and we were heading to New Jersey. So I said, wedding's over, all that great feeling of and we get in the car, and I get on the highway to drive to New Jersey, and I open the window, the side windows, beautiful day, August day, and I open the rear window. There's suddenly a storm in the car. This confetti flying out my two buddies had put confetti under the seats everywhere in the night. It's flying out the back. I'm driving, looking at the rear view, there's confetti in front of me. These two guys, we had quite a wedding. That is the end. Thank you,
The end.
Neera.
Thank
Neera
you.
Mathur.
I'm going to take everybody's video while I'm here.
Please, while you are at it's funny. We haven't
remember the
told
fire
the
at your
story, you
weddings.
know.
How could you forget it?
And I remember how beautiful you looked.
Thank you.
In your pink sari. I remember your pink sari. Yeah.
Well, you guys went all out. The end on the park was
Right.
At that time.
that was like top.
Yeah,
Right.
That's
I
like
told
a
Sue,
five-star.
all we can afford is the room. Do we have to feed people? Why can't they bring their own food?
That's it. We wanted it to be everything to be perfect. Somebody decided to go wham.
So someone asked me at one of the California weddings that, you know, what's the secret to being married so long? And I said, we were married twice. On the same day. That's one secret.
Well, it's funny you say that because Neil's ceremony was at the same time.
Should I continue or should I stop?
No,
No, you know.
so I'll tell the story one more time. Is that here we are 2 weeks ago in Neil's cottage.
One second.
Wait a minute.
And here we are in Neil's cottage 2 weeks ago, and we had a grand party. Neil and Larissa organized, and we have the birthdays for Noah and Sarah's 40th birthday, big day, and our 50th, big party. Everybody's feeling great, and Bobby's sitting on the sofa. So I went over to her, and I went down on one knee, and it was tough. And I proposed to her again, and before I did this, I thought, she's from New Jersey. After 50 years, she's likely going to say, let me think about it.
New Jersey tough.
Or, not on your life. It's possible.
You look so pathetic. I just couldn't do anything but say yes.
Then I couldn't get up.
But did he have the right stone to go with that?
Yeah, show us your ring, Suha.
Very nice.
Yeah, the one
Yes,
here,
it is.
Very nice.
and matching earrings and a bracelet.
I don't have a bracelet.
Oh, that's nice.
Good job, Manupai-san.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, you should have.
Very nice.
Well, you should have looked for a rabbi.
But guys, watch out! I've set the precedent. It's gonna
That's right.
cost you,
That's right.
right, Nia, Deepika?
Very nice, Manupai-san. I was going to say that. Listen up.
Mala, yeah.
Learn from the elders.
That's right.
When I went to the jeweler, I told him what I'm going to do. He says, I wish there were more people like you. I'd make a fortune.
Good story, Manupai-san.
Life's fun, guys, isn't it? Life's great.
You have to make it fun.
Oh, we have to.
Make it fun.
25? 25? Yeah.
I know.
Never. Who doesn't do it? So what she has?
Now she is wearing it.